runner? Because I hear that that we could go over there, kind of.
One guy is going to be able to go over there, probably Ben, and get updates, constant updates.
All right.
And through hand signals or facial expressions, you'll be able to look at me. I might be able to turn around if I'm not facing you. Hopefully, I'll be facing you.
Yeah.
Kenny, maybe you could find out where seat number 1 is at table 14 and see if it's facing us or away from us.
Yeah, Kenny's
That's
running
good.
over there
Kenny's
right now.
going to check that out.
All right, and then we got some celebrities that hopefully will be stopping by the show to help us out. I hear Joe Rogan's doing the show with us today.
Yeah, Rogan's going to show
you know
up.
What? We got to get the end of the Rogan story. We talk about how this show is a bunch of little storylines, and some we complete in one day, and others they go on for a month, and then you finally get the end of the story.
You get the money shot, the payoff.
And he's got to tell a story of what's his name, Doug Stanhope, and that whacked out drug they were trying. Remember the story was getting really good, and then we ran out of show. So Rogan's stopping by. He'll finally tell us what happened with that. Rich Voss is here with his lovely fiancée
Bonnie,
and who else is stopping by? Definitely, there was one more person who told me. Whatever. And then we got a whole list of people that
list of celebrities. Some of them pretty heavy hitters in the poker world, and you wouldn't really know it. You know that goddamn what's her name, Mina Suvari?
Yeah.
Alien-headed looking girl from what
American
movie?
Beauty,
American Beauty.
American Pie.
She's a pretty good poker player.
Really?
Yeah. And who would figure that? You know, you sit at a table with her, you figure. Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider's here. Sarah Gilbert. Sean Fanning from Napster, the Napster founder. Screech is here, Anthony.
Oh, Jesus. And then you get like James Woods, you know. Is he here? I saw, I didn't see it on the list, but I heard. Lou Diamond Phillips, we saw him walking around.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, James Woods, there he is.
I thought this said Screech. It's actually Skeet Ulrich.
Oh.
Scream. That's a little.
Kenny, will I be facing?
Yes, you are sitting right next to the dealer, facing our broadcast.
Oh,
table.
Okay,
perfect.
so I am facing the table. Very good.
Ray Romano's going to be in, as we like to call him, and
the rowers and coach.
And I go, Jimmy, where are you going? He goes, dude, it's Steve's birthday. I'm giving him my first class seat. I thought that was cool as hell.
Well, you weren't there for the debate that went on in his head for about an hour.
Oh, really?
Oh my God, he's pacing in first class, pacing. I'm just sitting there, and he keeps going. Should I? You know, I kind of want to, for his birthday, I'll switch seats with him so he's up in first class. And I'm like, you're a better man than I.
Well, it was business first, which is much bigger seats.
Well, yeah, because Kenny...
This first class section was ridiculous huge.
Well, it had the sleeper seats, and Kenny's like, wow, Norton would never give up a sleeper seat ever.
Yep. Sleeper seat and dinner was just... Dude, they pass around a menu on Continental. A menu that you choose what you want from it. And it's like a restaurant menu.
There was one of those in Coach, too, but it was a picture of the sandwich or there an arrow pointing at the toilet saying you have two choices. You eat this or you go scoop out of that and munch down.
I felt so not bad for Jimmy because he put himself in that situation.
Sure.
It's a very honorable thing to do, very nice for Steve's birthday. So I figured I'd do something for him, and when my ice cream sundae came, I figured I'd walk it back there to Jimmy. So I come back and I look at Jimmy. He's got his laptop out, but the seat in front of him is pushed so far back that he can't look at the screen because it's angled downward, the screen of his laptop. He almost needed a mirror to reflect what was being seen from down. Yeah. It was the worst seat I've ever seen on a plane.
And what happened was we were all eating something in Gallagher's Steakhouse, just having like a little appetizer before the flight. And Ben was kind of joking. He goes, "Oh, it's Steve's birthday. You give him your seat," like as a joke. And I started to think, "Wow, why don't I? It is his birthday."
Ooh.
And the whole time I'm like, "Yeah, maybe I'm going to do that." And then I get on and I see how big the seats are. And I'm like, Jesus, we're not that close. I mean, it's his birthday, but, fuck him.
It wasn't just...
it was totally unexpected. I was all the way back in row 35, just getting myself configured, and Jimmy comes back, takes a look at the area, says hello, then walks back.
Well, I was just seeing the seats, how big they were. I was doing a survey.
Yeah,
and I'm such an ass. I'm thinking that you might have went back to say something to Steve, and you saw that he was going to be sitting next to a really hot piece of ass, and that's why he did it.
Oh, type of...
Yeah, I never thought that he actually did it because he had a good heart. And
I was so annoyed because I kept trying to find a way out of it. Like I would have been guilty the whole flight. So I asked the flight attendant, I'm like, is it okay if I switch my friend and coach? I was hoping she'd say, no, FAA regulations won't allow that. But then she's like, yeah. And I'm like, fuck. I keep hoping something will happen that we're not allowed to make the switch.
Turn
we have
that
to turn
off.
that off.
Well, we're trying to get messages from Eric, too. So
that doesn't really work, though.
Ben, hold on to that.
Yeah, Ben.
Those damn trios make such a noise.
So then I ended up sitting in your seat, and I saw that you left behind some kind of monster or whatever.
Yeah,
Metallica.
Metallica.
I want to see that so bad, and I'm like, do I go all the way back and give it to him or make believe I never saw it and then pop it in my DVD player?
I'm glad you gave it to me, because I would have had absolutely nothing to do. And poor Kenny, who is also 6'5", is crammed into the... I love
also 6'5", like you're what?
Like
no, I was with Deacon Jones, I was saying. Also, Kenny's about the same height.
Yeah.
And he's crammed into a little coach. I love Continental, but you got to get bigger seats. Yeah, in coach.
Well, you know what it is? They squish coach to make that first class section that much bigger.
And you know what? You got to take the hit and lose one row. You have to lose
Look
one
at
row.
you gunning for the poor people in the back.
For the apes. I mean, not even people, really. They're just pretty much, they're just talking chimps.
Ballast.
Yeah.
And I was watching a little bit of that grunge movie on the plane.
Grunge.
Oh, my God, is that movie scary. On those little screens and the really bad, headphones they give you, I'm just imagining on my system at home how crazy that movie would be.
The most startling movie you'll ever see. I had seen it before, and I was looking across the aisle at Anthony, who was watching it, just waiting to see if he jumped at all those token scary moments, and he got so jumpy.
Oh, it was very scary.
And you should have. Kenny was so annoying to the woman next to him. This big fatso was sitting in between him and Ben. And Ben, of course, 3 minutes into the flight, his Mount Rushmore head tilts to the left, and he's asleep. And Kenny is just talking to the girl on his right, and he's just annoying her. Where are you from? And she's like, I'm from Poughkeepsie. He's like, you live on a farm? He was the most annoying man.
Oh, very good.
We have
Something real fast. Any final thoughts, Anthony?
Try my best.
Oh, wait. Now the mic's on. Go ahead.
Gonna try my best and hope I do well. Make the people back home proud.
He was just peeing next to Ed Asner.
I was.
Really?
I went, Lou, nice hog, Lou. Lou, that's a beautiful hog, Lou. Yeah, I was peeing next to Ed Asner. That's great. There he is.
That doesn't happen every day, huh?
And I got to go to my table, though.
Yeah, Club Soda Kenny's ready.
And you got Vince Van Patten showing up over here.
I see Vince.
There he is.
Right next to you. Hey,
Vince, you can take this microphone. I'm going to go play.
This is
pleasure to meet you. Nice to meet you. Good to see you. Fan, man.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, this is a cluster F of a radio program. Joe Rogan from Fear Factor.
What's up, man?
Yes.
How you doing?
Opie, how are you, buddy? Kenny's escorting Anthony to table 14. You think Anthony's going to do well, Joe?
If they're good, you win.
Rich, he's pointing to that guy that has his back turned to us.
Yeah.
And I'm so done. So obviously he's been thrown on a table that has a real pro. So I think Anthony will be back with the broadcast in 10 minutes. They're about to begin. Kenny, what's up? Club Soda Kenny.
Anthony's sitting with a poker pro called Men the Master.
Wait. Yeah, back down a little bit. Men the Master? What is his name?
He's sitting with a pro called Men the Master.
That's the club Norton was in the other night.
Now, Club Soda Kenny escorted Anthony to the table. What was the vibe? Is he feeling it? He's getting nervous?
I tried to psych him up a little bit.
Oh, wait, Ben wants in. Ben the Master?
Min the Master. He's like, I'm dead. He's the best. He's sitting right across from Anthony.
The guy in the black leather jacket?
Yeah, there he is. Min the Master.
Oh, my God. I know. Ben, what's going on?
It's funny looking over there because the Min the Master is just standing there looking at
You
him.
go in and stand around the table if you're not playing
Yeah, well, Ben's going to be our runner. He's going to go back and forth.
and look at people's cards and stuff.
Yeah, can you give Anthony a little help there?
Yeah, I don't think we could do that.
All right,
I don't have a clue.
it's funny because Anthony watches a lot of the poker on TV. He knows all the professionals. I wouldn't recognize one of these
Dude,
guys.
I don't give a
they
fuck
sent.
about those cards. Look at that chick.
Which
the
one?
chick who's got her like shirt like hanging
Yeah.
over her sleeves to give you the impression that she's sort of undressing. She's walking around with her shirt hanging off her elbows, just so you could just think about
right
ripping
there,
her
okay.
fucking dress out, fucking the shit out of her. That's why she's walking like that, dirty little bitch. She's just putting that fucking scent out. She's the hottest chick in the room, and she fucking knows it. So what does she do? She takes her shirt halfway off and lets it dangle around her elbows and walks with her tits gently bouncing around, little skirt on, hugging and kissing everybody. Fuck yeah!
All right. Yeah,
That's what I'm talking
Is that
about.
a tranny? Oh, come on.
A tranny? Listen,
It's not a tranny,
I smell
is it?
pussy from here.
Yeah,
That's not a tranny.
Yes, Kenny?
You should see the Adam's apple on that thing.
Oh, really?
Oh, well, from the back. It's
Kenny's
not
a
gay
little
if you can't tell from the back.
Yeah, screw this.
You don't want to do that. You don't want to have any input, man. You just want to just do it.
We could do it together, can't we?
Yeah, just two men sitting there getting salty.
What's going on, Club Soda Kenny?
Another pro just sat down at Anthony's table. The female, Annie Duke, in that pink shirt with the gray sleeves.
Oh, cool.
She won like the high-low game of the poker thing.
So getting beat by a chick in poker is a lot like getting beat by a chick in pool. You don't really want that to happen.
I just saw Jennifer Tilly just walked in,
Oh,
Brad
really?
Garrett, Ray Romano. So,
Romano?
Yeah, Ray Romano.
Who's that?
I don't know. He's on that show.
What show?
I don't know. Everybody loves Romano.
All right. Have they started dealing the cards?
Yeah, they're playing. Right Anthony's being very conservative from what I could see.
What is he doing? Is he doing anything?
He's got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
No, dude.
Oh,
he drops the mic and walks away.
He knows that's awful.
Will we get any celebrities over here?
I know when to punch out.
And slam the mic down.
I want some pictures.
Huh? Well, you'll look at the pictures later after the radio show.
He's the biggest celebrity here.
I want Ed Asner, dude. That was the Mary Tyler Moore.
Oh, yeah.
I am
all
so
you care
worthless.
about?
Dude, I'm so worthless when there's celebrities around. I just get pictures.
You know what? We haven't talked about it. You were supposed to direct a porno last night.
Oh, yeah. Scene. There's a golden shower scene I was going to direct.
Really?
But, yeah, the chick didn't show up because she has to get up this morning. She's a day job, which is nice.
Phenomenal.
That guy?
You sell your life to pornography, but you're responsible enough to wake up on time for work.
So she couldn't do the shoot.
Yeah.
How much sleep does she need?
Well, she does some kind of a day job. She was going to do a pussy pump, which is that thing they rack around their vagina and they pump it up and they leave it and it looks like it's really swollen.
Have you seen this thing yet? We were at the Porn Awards in Vegas. It's disgusting. It makes the vag just really overly puffy. Not in a good way. It's the whole air.
Like
I can't
a
even
vacuum,
explain.
it sucks it out.
Yeah, it's a suction cup.
Yeah.
So it's suction everything outward, kind of, and it explodes like an exploding onion, basically. You get it TGIF or something.
Yeah.
Huh?
Where's the fun in that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It looks like Schwarzenegger's face in. Remember when his mask came off in Total Recall for a second and his face started to blow up? That's exactly what it looks like.
They're running out of things. What it is, Joe, is they're running out of things to do in porno. So it's like, all right, well, let's put a pump on a vag. Let's see what that does. And then they take pictures of the girl with their their vages puffed up. I don't get it myself.
Have you ever seen those guys online that shoot saline into their nuts? You ever seen that?
No.
They fill their nuts up with saline. They pump their balls up with saline. Yeah, they tie their balls off at the end. And then, I'm not bullshitting. And then they fucking stick a needle in and they pump their nuts up with salt water.
So wait,
it's fucking insane.
So if your friend's contact is dry, you jerk off in his eye?
As long as it's through a filter. There's a lot of people online that do extreme body morphing. There's a site called, I think it's BME.org, and it's all about extreme, or it might be BME.com, but it's all extreme body modifications, like guys who split their cock down the middle.
I've seen that one.
Yeah.
Tattoo the inside, and all these weird studs in it. It's awful.
Dude. I saw one recently where a guy cut his dick off, cut the head of his cock off. He did it with a rubber band. He tied it down with a rubber band, and he slices, and he did pictures of every step of the way.
That. What was it?
Oh, he cut his finger off too. The guy missing a finger. It's a sickness. One guy cut his fucking hand off. He built a guillotine. He built a custom-made home guillotine. He cut his own fucking hand off.
No.
Yes, he's got photos of it online. He's got photos of the guillotine.
Where's his website?
I don't know what his website is, but I actually wrote something about it on my website. It was like 3 or 4 years ago. I read about it.
Oh, I know where you can see those pictures. If you go to eatabullet.com, there's a whole bunch of them up. Just check under calendar so you'll know where the...
And isn't there information being given out at the Houston Improv?
Oh, yeah. I don't want to talk about that, though. This weekend, if you're down there, just come to the show. If you're not, it's all right.
He's flying out tomorrow. Yes, Club Soda Kenny, back at the table here.
No, I just heard you speaking about cutting dicks off.
Yeah.
He had to jump in. You got a story?
Do you know why Jewish women like their men circumcised?
Why?
They like 1/3 off.
Oh.
I just want to say, what a great comedy show this would be with Rich Voss, Jim Norton, and Mr. Joe Rogan.
I saw Joe. I told him on the air at the Comedy Store. I absolutely loved his act. Anthony's at table 14, playing with a couple pros, a couple celebrities, a couple other fishes, I guess. I'm starting to learn the terminology here. I don't really care, to be honest with you. I'm just making believe I care for the program. But Club Soda Kenny ran over all excited because there was an all-in at his table.
At Anthony's table, but I got more updating news. Big Talking Deacon Jones is out already.
No. He's one of the first guys out?
Yeah.
Count, and he put all his money in.
And I tried to get him over here. He goes, no, those guys are going to rat on me.
Well, you got to get him over here. He was talking smack.
Why doesn't he like Chris Rock?
He's got like 2 cocktails in his hand. He's like talking to blondes. He ain't coming over here.
Hey, Rich, why don't you shut up while Club Soda Kenny's talking?
Yeah.
Pay attention.
It was the language. That's what he doesn't like, the language.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Mr. Rogan asked me a question. I'm sorry.
And Club Soda Kenny was talking.
Doesn't like the language.
All right.
Does that kill you?
Well, Deacon Jones.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
He's
this guy's phenomenal.
Well, didn't you say one of those celebrities were kind of like Bull? One of the karate celebrities were kind of like a fraud.
Yeah, but these are guys who fight. None of these guys are frauds. These are all the guys that fight in the octagon. They fight in the UFC.
We're getting an update from Club Soda Kenny.
No, I just spotted Macaulay Culkin. I'm trying to catch his attention so we can talk to him about Michael Jackson.
Talk to him about anything.
Where is
fascinating would it
I
be
don't
to
know,
talk
he's over
to
there
that
with
guy?
a stupid green hat on, yeah.
Ooh, that would be fascinating.
So I'm keeping my eye on him.
Does he still look like he did when he was young?
I don't know, I just saw the back of his head, probably what Michael saw also.
Thanks, Kenny. Captain Obvious.
Is Seagal the real deal?
Oh, who knows? And those guys thought they knew what they were doing. They got in there with like Hoist Gracie, and they just got strangled like a little bitch, like instantly, like toyed with.
We got to break in here. Club Soda Kenny?
No, I just wanted to say, did anybody notice how ripped Joe Rogan is?
Yeah, he's a
I
workout.
saw his photo layout. I almost quit comedy and just left the fucking city. It was embarrassing.
Yeah, no, he's a serious dude, too. Martial artist and everything.
His washboard abs.
Yeah.
It's depressing.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. You're not supposed to do that if you're a comedian. It's really a violation of all comedy rules. It's really stupid.
Goes with your good looks, though.
It's stupid in my part to fucking pose for this. After I did, I'm like, ooh, this is really not a good
Well,
movie.
Joe is an odd combination. He's actually a comedian that has self-esteem and gets laid. It's a very odd thing to watch, and a good comic.
But when you say, like...
That's the one thing I learned hanging out with you guys. Yeah, low self-esteem and just banging hookers whenever you can.
What, Ben?
Hold on, Ben is laughing about something.
Oh, so I just talked to Deacon, who's coming back in a minute. He's outside smoking. All he could talk about is Jim. He's like, that guy looks like the type of guy that kills families and he's got problems. He's a sick fuck. That's all he's talking about.
Dude, give him the stare when he comes back. Give him the. Give him the.
He's like, something's really wrong with that guy. He's like the little one, the little chubby one that's bald.
And you know, the worst part of that, I don't mind if he thinks I kill families, but did he have to call me fat? That's the most hurtful part of that description.
He's coming back. He's smoking a couple
pedophile
cigarettes.
with the weak chin.
Oh, it was funny. That's all he's talking about, you.
And Deacon will be drunk, too, so. Hey, Boss, you still writing for the Oscars, or?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dude, I've been watching Chris Rock do that shit at the Comedy Store.
How funny is it?
Funny shit. If he does that set at the Oscars, it's gonna fucking destroy.
It's so funny. It's so, you know, I mean, it's the
give,
funniest.
Give me one of his lines, man.
Oh, he's doing all. No, never.
Just,
never.
Yeah.
I don't want. No, never.
Give me a
never.
little taste, Joe.
No. Tune in Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah, but you know what? Give us one of the jokes that you know he just won't use, because there's no way that all his material is going to make it.
No, I can't. I don't want to do that. You know, it's just really funny shit on Alexander about how he was for gay marriages until he saw Alexander. It's fucking just. And I'm not even doing it justice because I don't remember exactly. I mean, it's a long bit, but it's fucking phenomenal.
He's got some really funny stuff.
Really funny shit.
Everything.
It's about time they got somebody with balls to host the event.
Fuck yeah, this Billy Crystal shit.
Yeah, who wants to song and dance?
I always like those.
See Nathan Lane on Broadway.
But sometimes though, you got to give him credit. He'll put himself in like the movie,
Yeah.
and you'll be like, oh, that's Billy in the movie. And it's always funny.
I'll tell you, Steve Martin was funny when he did it. He did some edgy stuff.
Great.
Oh yeah,
Steve
yeah.
Martin was good. They need someone who's going to do stand-up. That's how I look at it.
This is a weird thing that happens with comics. I mean, Steve Martin at one point in time was probably one of the funniest guys ever. Yeah. But like then, you know, a lot of them just kind of like drift off into a bad spot.
Club Soda Kenny?
Eric Palladino, he's a doctor on ER. Yeah, he was on Anthony's table. He just got knocked out.
Wait, Anthony beat him, sort of?
Cameron Manheim.
Oh, her show's canceled.
I'm just trying to.
I don't like him because
shit, you know?
there was a bad energy there. He gave me a dirty look, and he's told me to, fuck myself.
Table.
What? What's that?
Another guy just bit the dust at Anthony's table.
Anthony's hanging in there strong.
So Anthony's beat two guys at his table so far.
Yeah,
I'm sure he was
there.
nervous. Yes.
It started out with like 11. It's down to 8.
Trying to find
You're getting people to come over.
All right, hold on. Everyone's talking at the same time because Rich Voss doesn't know how to fucking listen. Oh, shit. Jesus Christ. What were you saying, Kenny?
No, another guy just bit the dust at Anthony's table, so Anthony's hanging in there.
Yeah?
He's got the nervous leg shake going, though.
Does he?
Yeah, but he's doing good.
Well, because now he's at the table with two pros, and how many people left at his table?
They're like he's with like all pros and that lawyer who I want to bend over to cross-examine.
You want to bend over Cameron Manheim?
Why not?
What is wrong with you?
Whoa.
She did lose a lot of weight, but...
No, that's disturbing, dude.
No, I'm happily married. But I do got a question for the doctor here.
Oh, you got a question?
Yeah.
I'm no longer on that show. I'm doing Stephen Bochco's new series for FX called Over There. It's about about the Iraq War.
Oh, nice.
And I play a sergeant in the squad.
But you're a doctor, right?
I was a doctor on TV.
Is it bad if you got a lump on your balls?
It is if the balls are in your mouth.
True. Well, you got a good point. That's what he went to medical school for.
Yeah, how many people ask you medical crap? Because the program broadcasting live from the World Poker Tour in Los Angeles, California. Believe it or not, Anthony is he's hanging in there.
Yes, he is.
Very impressive.
Club Soda Kenny, though, during the break said that his chips are dwindling. Right, Steve? What is he, down his last few now? We don't have your mic on. Can we get his mic on? Dan. Thank you. What's going on?
He's down to his last few chips, but he is hanging in there. But from what I'm hearing, a really, really, really big-time pro who won the last... What? No, it's Ben. Ben with the Herky and
Well, Ben didn't do anything.
Yes, he does. Oh, okay.
What were you going to say, Steve?
He's hanging in there just fine, except he's dwindling. His chips are dwindling, and he's at a table with all pros and Cameron Manheim, and he's looking like he's not...
Cameron Manheim knows how to play poker, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious. Just hanging in there. All right. Where did Ed Asner go? I'm obsessed with Ed Asner.
How can you not be? Kenny's been looking at the celebrities, seeing who's kicked out.
Yeah, here comes Kenny. Kenny's been grabbing a lot of guests for us.
Good job. Anthony's pile is dwindling, I'm sad to say.
Yeah.
That's right, he's against pros. I mean, it's...
Yeah.
He's
amazing
great.
he's still there.
He looks like he's having fun, though.
Well, he's finally looking very relaxed. He just didn't want to be the first guy kicked out today.
Right. No, he's doing a respectable job.
Because in the end, no one's going to care as long as he wasn't the first guy out.
Yeah.
Because he's not gonna be at this table tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's the table to be at, Joe, right there.
And I want to thank Mr. Rogan for picking up the slack for the radio show. He's doing a fine job.
I'll say.
Everyone loves Joe Rogan.
Joe kicked ass today.
Yes, he did. He always does.
He sure did. Thank you, Kenny.
Well, we got more people, Steve?
What, Steve?
That Men the Master guy, Anthony just trounced him. He folded, and Anthony's got a big pile of chips in front of him now.
Wow.
Yeah,
Anthony's making a fucking comeback.
A huge comeback, and there's a lot of action at his table. The camera crews are over there right now. Look,
Kenny's rushing back.
Kenny's rushing back, yes?
Anthony just cashed in. He beat Min the Master. He's like back in there.
Is Min still in, though?
Yeah, but he made him fold.
He made the Master fold.
Yeah. So now he's got chips.
All right, good.
Could you imagine if Anthony actually does make it to this table?
That would rock.
That would be fantastic.
Well, we were talking to one of the...
Under a lot of pressure playing poker.
Yeah, so what did Romano say? I saw you talking to Ray Romano.
Ray said, Ray said, if you lose, do you have to come over here? I go, yeah. He goes, well, that'll give me more incentive to win.
Brad Garrett, we saw walk by.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of the big stars, though. Who haven't we gotten besides Macaulay Culkin, Ken?
We did pretty well today.
I'm trying to get that little creep, but
what about Deacon Jones? We got to end the show with Deacon. We only have like 4 or 5 minutes left in the show.
He's probably doing an episode of Cops right now.
He's that hammered?
Yeah.
He's on the patio.
Is he? He's out of his
All
mind.
right, what were we going to say?
No, I tried to get Brad Garrett and Ray Romano, but they wanted to go to the bathroom instead.
Okay.
All right, they're getting...
So you couldn't get Romano or Brad Garrett?
No,
All right.
no, I'm trying, though.
Maybe we'll eat later. Have something with Parmesan cheese on it.
All right, thanks. I am hungry.
All right, well...
You and your wrong word egg sense. Should have quit while I was ahead on that one.
Hold on, if you need something to rest it on, bring your head over here.
All you married guys got a problem if I do whip it out.
No, whip it out.
Whip it out. Fuck it. Whip it out.
Whip it out.
Yeah, we'd love to see it. We're not
Dude,
gay.
we don't give a shit.
I'm sorry, Kenny. Deacon Jones wants to whip it out. Is that okay?
Yeah. It's XM Radio. You're allowed to pull your cock out.
Yeah.
Come on, big
Seriously,
man.
you can pull it out. Go ahead.
Hey, does it help?
Are we into the dirty part of this?
Yeah.
Does the helmet have a horn on it?
Let you sit down.
Yeah. Well, you left the seat, and I finally...
Look, if you whip it out, I'll whip mine out. But I gotta pull it a little first. I gotta stretch it out a little. I don't want it.
We'll work ours. We'll work ours a little bit.
I don't want it coming out cold.
I have a picture of mine.
Mine's a grower, not a shower.
Yeah.
Does somebody need a fluffer?
Deacon.
All these youngsters need it.